I think I'm there. Oh, there we go. Hey, everyone. Can you see me? I think I have the light. This is Fleurbrun coming to you tonight from my little boat. I hope you could see me. I know it looks creepy, right? It looks like I'm in a horror story. Doo doo doo. Can you guys see me? I have like a light. Hey, everyone. Peace. This is what, I don't know how I'm going to put this. Hey, everyone. Peace. It's Fleurbrun coming to you today. I'm trying to put the light perfect for you guys so you can kind of see me without doing too much, okay? I don't want my light to fall in the pool. Can I do it here? Okay, I think can you guys see me okay? I'm not gonna I'll put the camera up so you don't see too much, okay? So if you see anything pop out, please, my sea stars, tell me because I can't see. I could see you kind of sort of. I'm trying to put the light on so you can kind of sort of see me because I don't want to put the lights on outside. It's kind of late. All right. Okay. Peace. Peace, YouTube. This is Fleurbrun coming to you today from my Wilson raft. I've been shipwrecked in Orlando, and I'm trying to come back to Brazil. Put a big 13 if you can hear me. I don't know if the stereo's on the side. Wilson. So I've got my cherries. I'm in the float, and we're gonna get it in. So I'm gonna lean back a little bit. If you could see me, I'm not gonna put too much light on because again, I want to be appropriate. And you always say I have my tetas out, so I'm trying not to put my breasts of mass destruction in the film. I'm in the pool. I have a bathing suit on. I'm busty. If you can't take that visually, I suggest you just listen. You don't have to look at me. Okay? Okay. So peace to the east, the west, north, and south. This is where we're coming to today. Hey, Montreal. Bonsoir, bonsoir. Salut, comment ça va? So anyway, family, I came to you to talk about the space wars. The space war games that they're doing right now. The diabolicals are losers. Let me state this to you. If you didn't know that Willy Wonka and his League of Doom are losers, let me remind you. Willy Wonka and his League of Doom are losers. They're losers. They're losers. And they have lost. And what they want to do is like naughty children that have been reprimanded and told that they won't have the amenities that they used to have by genociding, killing people, ruining people's lives, stealing land, making fiat from dead trees. I'm trying to put the light. Tell me if the light is okay, family. I want you to see me, but I'm in the dark a little bit, and I don't want to put the light. Okay, there we go. I think you can kind of see me, okay? So, yeah, they're losers. So we're going to get into conversation about the losers called Willy Wonka and his League of Doom that are in their underground bunkers because they're punks and they can't really take what they dish. So let's get into conversation. Yeah. What's up? Fleurbrun is feeling real nice. I don't drink punch. Punch in my language is liquor. But I eat cherries and I got a whole lot of frozen cherries in my beautiful glass. I am in heaven while these losers are underground. Listen, you losers. Let me talk to Willy Wonka and his League of Doom. You should be ashamed of yourself. Man up. You created all this diabolicalness on this planet. Now you're going to be a punk and run? And then have the nerve to set up all these satellites to try to 5G the entire planet and try to avoid the beautiful energies, the wave coming in to help to, activate the superheroes that we are on Earth. You're disgusting. I just want to get a hold of one of you. And I want to take you and do some ASMR on you. I'm going to do some Fleurbrun, naughty, Willy Wonka, ASMR on you. And give you a dose of everything that you've done for the past 1,000 years. How about that? That might entice you. I forget because you're necrophiliacs, you're bestiologists, you're child molest. I forget. That might excite you. Maybe I need to be nice to you and that might piss you off more. You know what I mean? Maybe I'll be tickling you with a feather until you smile and have to realize that your life has been so dark and tragic that you haven't been able to accept the light because you haven't had any remnants of it in your life. You dastardly beings. Where are your bunkers, Willy Wonka? Where are your bunkers? I'm going to find them energetically. And I'm going to meet you. I'm going to meet you at 3 o'clock on my float, etheric float. I'm going to go on my genie etheric float and I'm going to give it to you. Anyway, let me stop, family. I'm feeling real good. But I wanted to talk about the space wars. The space wars that is Willy Wonka is doing, and his 27,000 satellites. Big up to the Intellists who shared that with me. 27,000 satellites that they set up that were 5G. You shouldn't even be concerned about the 5G on land. They set it up orbitally all around the planet. I told you, family. You shouldn't worry about the 5G. It's going to backfire. That's why they're so afraid. They're afraid because they think that they're getting away with something, but they're losers. They've already lost. There isn't any way a healthy change of cycle would allow them to have home court advantage. They've lost. Let me tell you, family, I know this for a fact. They've lost. So you shouldn't be afraid of any 5G towers. Remember, resistance causes persistence. So the more that you wow about it or lobby against it or cry about it or victimize yourself about it will cause them to be happier. Remember, they get off on our sadness, our confusion, our anxiety, our anger. They get off on that. They're nasty. They're nasty Zionist, non-humanoid, gray infected, clonobotic beings. They're disgusting. So there isn't any way that they would win because we're going out of 666 into the inversion in 999, which is the end of a cycle and the beginning of the golden age. Okay? And people are like, oh, Fleurbrun, you sitting on a float eating cherries and you have such blissful thoughts. I know what I know. And I know that the more that they create fear in you, the more that they get you confused, the more that they hide their plan and their schemes, it creates this frenzy in everyone. But like I've always denoted to you, family, let me say, Willy Wonka is a loser. You're a loser. You and your cronies are losers. That's why you have to molest little children. That's why you have to eat corpses. That's why you have to play with poopies. You play poopy games. It shouldn't even be called the worm game. It could be called the poopy games. You thought it was really funny that you projected this social engineering game that allowed these crazy people out here to buy all the toilet paper because you're obsessed with fecal matter because you know what? You're full of ish. You're sick. And need to be locked up. Y'all need to listen. Your lights need to go out. You see the light I have in my little float? Your lights need to go out because you're done. I'm just sick of these losers. Listen, they've been having. I'm sorry. Check in the family. I just want to. I'll let you check in first. Please put a like on my video if you're up for the late night shenanigans on the East Coast. Let me get a shout out to my family in the East Coast, West Coast, North Coast, Central, South. Oh, thank you, my love. Thank you, sweetie. Listen, I'm sick and tired of them. I see the BS. I want you to take the fear out, family. I got a winner for you. I'm going to give it to you in a day or two. I'm not going to give it to you. And some people on here are very nasty to me and they don't deserve it, so they won't get it. I will give it to my family. I've got a game changer. I've got the winning slot. I got the winning ticket. I got the golden ticket. I got the golden ticket. I've got the golden ticket. And we've already won. And if you don't think you won, why are they scared? Why are they scared, family? If you think that they're happy, why would they play? Listen, they've had control over this society for the longest time. For them to want to close you in your houses, who's really scared? Oh, thank you, Carlin. Thank you, my love. Mwah. That's a big kiss for Carlin. Carlin, I don't know why you can't come in my chat. I wish you could share my float with me, Carlin. Here, I got a seat right next to you. Carlin, this is your seat right here in my float. I got more than enough room for you. Let me behave. I'm gonna behave myself. I'm sorry. It's late night and it's Orlando. Anyway, so listen, they think they wouldn't be if they were winning family. If they were winning family, they wouldn't be so afraid. If they were winning family, they wouldn't be hiding in bunkers underneath the ground with the grays. If they were winning, they wouldn't be sitting somewhere where they won't ever get vitamin D. Well, they will never smell any fresh air. They won't ever see or hear frogs or any beautiful crickets. They won't have any. They won't ever have that. So I'm telling you, family, I want you to take the fear out of yourselves. I've got waves in my pool. Hold on, I got waves. Hold on. There's a tidal wave coming in my pool. Hold on. Let me say this. If that was the case, family, they wouldn't be hiding. They've got, listen, oh, and let me explain something. They got all these AIs going on. Be careful, family. They got all of the Chinois, Asiatics coming in AI form on everyone's platform. They're trying to be careful of the controlled opposition. These YouTube streets are real. They get real. Listen, they got agents and provocateurs coming on YouTube. Be careful what you see and be careful what you subscribe to, because they're coming and they sound really good. They sound like they're everything about you, but where'd they come from? How come you didn't hear from them earlier? Why are they coming now? Where are all these new YouTubers coming in? Controlled opposition, running for government. Yeah, naming themselves Shiva. Why you name yourself Shiva? That's disrespectful. Aren't you from an Indian background? And you name yourself Shiva? And it was the Sea Star who told me this. She was like, she checked out the etymology. She was like, anybody who would check out the etymology would know any controlled opposition will come with a name, because remember, they can't take advantage of us. We give our free will to these people. We do. We give our free will by giving them attention. But when you come in saying you want to be part of the government Willy Wonka system, and then you talk so appeasing to brown people, oh, I know what it's like. Listen, clownery. If you went to MIT, I was accepted to MIT too, as crazy as I am. When you went to MIT, were you treated like the Negroes? I don't think so. You had different treatment. Because remember, you come from Chinois' neck of the woods. Don't try to come in here trying to placate yourself as a savior. You're going to try to play like Obama. You're going to try to Obamanize us. Thank you, Sea Star, for putting up on gay. Listen, us Sea Stars, we're not about that life. We're above the rim. So we see you clowneries, Carlton, all these Willy Wonka agent opposition coming in acting like they about our lives. No, you're not about our lives. You're another controlled opposition. Another patriarchy, taking another angle, trying to make yourself look all pretty and perky and wonderful, trying to tell and appease to us and tell us all the wonderful things. No, you're a part of them too. You're another loser. We see you. The sisterhood sees you. See, we aren't as, thank you, sunshine. We aren't as gullible as we used to be. Remember? Even I used to be gullible. We aren't as gullible as we used to be. Your handsome smile, your sweet talking, intellectual AI ways, you're an AI, Dr. Shiva, and all those who align with you. And you think I don't see you, Carlton. I saw your mugshot. See, I went back and I didn't even have to look too far. And y'all coming into our community acting like you've been, what? Going on to bigger platforms, trying to provocateer yourselves, make yourself look like... I'm going in. Willy Wonka's clever, family, and I want you to be smarter, because they plan things and they know how we think. You think consciously they haven't saw the awakening of the people? They haven't seen that we were waking up to the system. We weren't waking up to their, oh, thank you, my love. Thank you. Yeah, I came in tonight for the shenanigans. Let me calm down. Please put a like on the video if you like the shenanigans tonight. I'll chill out for a minute. Obviously, I'm going in. Let me turn my floaty around. I'm going to behave myself. I'm just tired of the patriarchy coming into our neighborhood, trying to act like they're coming here being the save-a-ho, save a Navajo. Why don't you save a Navajo? Okay, coming to save the community. What are you doing? No, you're trying to utilize your AI ways. A lot of people are infected with AI grays, and you come into our communities and you're trying to appease to our woes and our pains. There isn't anyone who could appease that except us. The only one who can heal us is us. We don't need another leader. All our great leaders have just passed away, and they passed the torch. So we can lead ourselves. We don't need you coming in rah-rah-rahing for us, lobbying for us in another system that's just falling. The system is falling. Anyone who wants to be a part of Willy Wonka is Willy Wonka. I wouldn't want to be a part of a losing team. Why would I? They're all underneath the bunkers. So what, you're going to be the on-surface representative when they're hiding, and their lack of vitamin D is going to turn them into future grays? Please. Not on my watch. Oh, thank you, my love. I'm going in tonight. Remember, Fleurbrun isn't paid by anyone. I'm not wavered by big money. Remember, I had a sheik offer me quite a bit to try to lock me in his dungeon and do all kinds of dirty deeds to me, and I didn't take his bait either. That's what's scary about Fleurbrun, because when you can't be paid or wavered or convinced by anything outside of yourself, that makes you scary. Makes you scary that I don't have a male puppeteering me by my bosoms, telling me what to do, or telling me what, if I don't do it, he won't pay me anymore. How about that? Oh, thank you, my love. So anyway, family, so I'm sorry, I went left. Willy Wonka and his League of Doom are scaries, and they are scared. And I'm trying to share with you the empowerment that you should know. You have every tool. You've been doing your work. Many of us went through the dark side of the moon. All of us went through boot camps with Nazis. You got this. You got this. The space wars, they got 27,000 satellites. Remember Yafi's video? I found out what it was, family. That's why the light turned on, because it was a satellite that they just turned on, right? So they're thinking that they're going to evade, to try to fight against the Niburians and Comet coming in. But it is the event that they're fighting. Remember the rainbow event that I had fully encountered? That's the wave that's coming in that they're fighting. They're scared, family. They're terrified. They're terrified of what that wave will do to you. That wave's about to wake everybody up. Oh, thank you, my love. Oh, thank you. I appreciate 999 1111. Listen, it's 911 for them. I love that we're here in our homes. They lost, family. Don't let them take your power away. They're scary. They're like those punks that throw a rock at you when you turn your head. They're like those people. Okay? They've done dirt, and they don't even have the balls. They don't even have the super balls to stay on the surface and face us like the loser necrophiliacs that they are. They're walking around underground thinking that they're all comfortable. But believe me, the inner earth beings aren't going to be too happy with the presence of low vibrational, compassionate sickos underneath the earth. You think they're going to be comfortable under there? And they won't be able to stay under there so long. Oh, thank you, my love. Let me see if I can read this. My eyes are tragic tonight. These are the days we love, have been dreaming. It's okay. These are the days I'm dreaming about, watching for and setting intentions to rejoice in victory. I agree, my love. Thank you, the man called Sunday. I love that. The man called Sunday. Thank you. You're absolutely correct. So I wanted to come and give you guys a little bit of a rally to remind you that they are doing what they're doing, but it hasn't anything to do with you being low. It has everything to do with them being losers. And that if, in fact, they were winning, they wouldn't go to the degree of manipulation and uckery that they're doing now by having people terrified in their house that a cucarachi virus is here, when really they've tailored a virus, a pseudo cold, and tailored it to radiation poisoning and gave it the same symptoms as radiation poisoning. That's all they did. That's all they did. They told you that cucarachas is here to take you out, but they didn't tell you that the towers and the radiation towers and all the 5G towers that they've been building was built and was causing those symptoms. It wasn't the virus, it was the radiation that people were experiencing. That's what it is. The cucarachas has been out for a long time, and people's immune system is pretty stable, and it's able to overcome most. Even a halfway decent immune system can overcome many of the adverse viruses that come at us daily. But the issue is that they're liars, and they're trying to evade their karma. So what they're doing is they're taking all of the stunts. They're getting everything out of their pockets. They're playing all their cards because they're scared. They're scared, family. This is space games. This is literally space games. I want you to go watch what's his name? I love that show. Remember War Games? Who was in it? Remember Ferris Bueller? What's his name again? Ferris Bueller was the one who played that. The guy who played Ferris Bueller. What's his name again? He's married to Sarah Jessica Parker. What's you know his name? War Games. Remember War Games? Matthew Broderick. Thank you. Matthew Broderick. I want you to take a look at this. It was all BS. Listen, it was BS. It wasn't real. Remember? It was AI playing against. It was an artificial construct creating this artificial alert, and it was basically doing that to create a way to. It was literally AI consciously trying to, see how things would work out. It didn't realize it wasn't real or that it was going to be real. You should watch. That's another homework assignment. I'm not your professor. I'm just a student. I'm taking the extra credit. I'm on the extra credit route. I'm getting extra credit for my extracurricular activities. I'm watching a movie tonight. Watch War Games. You could tell what generation Fleurbrun came from. I'll give you the best movies, but they told us. That's why anyone my age and above is already in the know. We were already programmed. Like, AI is messing with y'all. You don't realize, family, a lot of these people out here are AI infected. Remember, I'm sorry, am I chewing in your ear? I'm so rude. I really apologize. I'm out here eating cherries. Listen, I'm halfway through my cherries. I won't chew anymore. It's very rude. Cheers. Salut. Let me give a cheers to my family. Please put a like on the video. Let me give a cheers. Cheers to everybody here. Salut. I'm wishing you good health, wealth, wisdom, and stability, and happiness and joy. Salut. So, I said it's late night ASMR. Okay, so listen, family. I want you to watch War Games, and why it prepared us for a lot of the shenanigans out here is because because remember, they're supposed to tell you what they're going to do when they do it. They have to tell you what they're going to do before they do it. So they gave us the heads up. The problem is they put it off like it was fiction, like it was a lie, like it was a fictional story. And most people think it was like fiction. Oh, this is just a good movie. And they walk out of the movie thinking it's a movie, but really it's parts of the truth. Flip mode, inverted a little bit, right? So what I was going to say is that there's people that have been AI infected. The nanobots, remember, we talked about this over a year ago. And many of you thought I was losing my mind. Remember that? You said, Fleurbrun, you're losing your mind. If you go back to the videos, I don't chronologically keep track of my videos. But if you remember when I was at my parents' house, I told you, 5 years, what was this? When was my dad? You remember when I was at my dad and mom's house? You guys remember. Some of you saw the video. Well, anyway, remember I was outside and I said, I don't know why they're pumping veganism. Remember I said that? I was on their deck and I couldn't understand why. Now I know. What it is that it wasn't the veganism. It was keeping your blood alkaline so that when the nanotubes, the nanotech, the little fibers, nanofibers fall on your skin, it could replicate because remember, just like in the laboratory, we need everything to be cohesive with one another. We need the pH of the petri dish to be a certain way. We need certain additives added to it. It's ingredients that make for a proper culture. Okay, so it's the same thing. They needed you to be hyper alkaline. That was one. They also needed for the chemtrails to pump it up because they were giving us nanofibers. That's two. Well, number one is the nanofibers. Number two is the alkalinity. Number three was most people didn't know the blue field on your phone was replicating the nanofibers on you, creating nanotubes that ended up, the nanotubes would replicate. And the more alkaline you were and the more exposure you had to your cell phone that didn't have blue shield on it, it was replicating and then eventually it could hijack your synapses. So that's why you saw people who had been vegans from back in the days, they were sane, but the newer vegans were crazy. They were crazy. You ever see the newer vegans? They're like Nazis. They were fighting people online, calling you a cave person if you ate meat. None of the vegans from back in the days did that. You know that, right? I'm just telling you, I come from that 30 years ago. You remember the vegans back in the days? You didn't even know them. You know why? Because they didn't make videos talking about veganism. They didn't disrespect you. Only time you ever had them say anything to you is if you did something so disregarding to animals, they probably check you. But they weren't advertising it. They weren't talking bad. They weren't hostile. These new vegans, they weren't vegans. They were AI bots. They were activated because they were part of the social engineering system of creating AI bots via veganism. That's why Nature Not was a crazy maniac. You notice how calm he is now? Do you see Nature Not? He had some flesh. He had some flesh and he calm. Somebody's chiefing outside. Hold on, I think somebody's chiefing. Hold on. I know when I smell chief. I smell someone chiefing. Hold on. I'm far away from everywhere, but you know when I smell it, so I don't know where it's coming from. Oh my God. It smells like a cigar and chief. It sounds like they rolled a big fat cigar. Someone rolled a split. I guess that's what it happens. Anyway, one of the neighbors, because the lake is over there, one of the neighbors is like, screw it, I'm gonna go out and smoke a fat one. Smoking blunts outside. Let me stop. I know what a blunt smells like. I'm from New York City. I'm from the city of Phillies. Y'all think I'm a little out of, square. I'm not a square, I'm a tetrahedron. I don't stand on a square, I stand on a tetrahedron. But I remember what a blunt smells like. Anyway, um, that's you smoking. That's probably one of you smoking out in my backyard. Um, so let me go in again. So what I figured out, family, was that a lot of people were infected with AI. Remember, I think you remember on the Art Bell show. If any of you remember, many of you listen to Coast to Coast. A lot of you who are back in the UFO, you know Coast to Coast. I think some of you know about Coast to Coast. Coast to Coast AM had really good shows. That's when the best time was when Art Bell was on. Art Bell was on. It was amazing. I used to fall asleep to Coast all the time. Many of us from the UFO community or the ET community, that was like our biggest show. Like you talk about, they talk about everything from, from hauntings to UFO sightings to governmental, everything possible they used to talk about. But if you remember, there was a woman who came on, she blew the spot originally about, just let me know, guys, put a 1 if I get inappropriate because I can't see what you can see. Oh, thank you, my love. Thank you, Carlin. 333. Thank you, Carlin. Just let me know if I'm being inappropriate because I can't see what you can see. So if my tatas pop out, I don't know. You have to put a 1 to let me know. I'm serious. The struggle is real. I'm being honest. Okay, I'm not. Thank you. Because, people be like, she's popping out. I don't know. I'm never looking. I don't see it. Okay. a proper girlfriend will tell you. They'll be like, you know what, Fleurbrun, you're popping out. It's not a big deal. I just, I'm unconscious about myself. Anyway, so if you remember, there was a coast to coast episode. This is the first time we heard about it. Many of you should remember this. Remember when the young lady came on, the woman came on, and she was a massage therapist. You guys remember that? And remember she said that she was doing a massage. You heard me tell this story before, but I'll say it again. Remember she said she was doing a massage on someone. And the lady lying down, she had, when you get a massage, you turn off your cell phone and you put it on the side. I always turn my cell phone off when I get a massage. I don't want to hear the phone, in the middle and have to turn it off. So she had her phone turned off and she, the lady was massaging her. And then in the middle of the massage, there was a high-pitched sound. No, was it a high-pitched? I don't know if the high-pitched sound came at the beginning or at the end, but there was a high-pitched sound. I think it was afterwards. And a gray popped out the back and holographically was over the back of this person. Now, the person who was lying down, when you get a massage, you put your face in a little pillow with the hole in it, the donut. The person was unaware. So the person massaging them jumped back, and the person lying down was seemingly unaware that anything was happening to them. And a gray pop. Remember that story? I know many of you remember. It was shocking because that's the first detail that we knew that the gray overlays were on people. So it popped in holographically over the person's back, and the massage therapist was terrified. And then remember that the gray looked at the person. The massage therapist looked, and then the phone that was off on the side of the room made a high-pitched sound, and it went back into the phone. Now, the person on the table did not notice anything, didn't notice any difference, had never detailed that they felt any difference. It was almost like this thing attached to them and they didn't even have an idea. So this was the first time that we were aware. And this wasn't the first case. This was the first case that we heard about publicly. But after that, there was 12 different cases of different therapists who had similar, not the same, but similar experiences with something popping out during their sessions. So that's the first time we really became aware that grays were on people via their cell phones. Okay. So it made sense to me. In order for AI to accept the biological field, it would need to bioengineer your body to make it cohesive, because that's why I'm saying the veganism was a setup. It wasn't that people, listen, I knew vegans 30 years ago. It was different. It wasn't a problem. I knew people who had tattoos 30 years ago. It wasn't a problem. But when the grays were starting to infect people, they needed a specific biological culture, like a cohesive culture on a person to make them susceptible. Remember when I was in New York City and I did the meet and greet big up to my New York family. We were in New York and I did the meet and greet in the Metropolitan Museum. Remember I told you it's the first time in New York I saw grays on children. I'd never seen that before. They're on people. And what does this mean, family? People are literally, listen, go watch the Body Snatchers. Go watch the Body Snatchers. If you don't believe me, oh wait, who said they have to talk to me? Who's that? Dana. Oh, you need Dana. I'll call me after. I wish you could call me on the phone now, but I'm on live. Dana, I'll call you after. Are the grays coming after you, Dana? I hope not. Dana, rebuke them. Tell those grays to go about their business. Okay. So, Dana, I'll call you. I hope it's not too late to call you. Dana, you want me to call you tonight? Or you want me to call you tomorrow? Let me know. It's Sleepless in Orlando tonight. Remember we figure out Tom Hanks is the kickoff of the diabolicalness? Mosquitoes? Oh, shoot. The AI mosquitoes. Oh, darn, Dana. Oh, right. You saying this one right when I'm outside, Dana? Oh, thank you, my love. Thank you, Melinda. Mwah. Thank you, my love. Is that a mermaid? Melinda, no. Thank you, my love. I appreciate it. Wait, call you now? Wait. Let me get my little one to get the phone. Hold on, my float is in the middle of... Wait, hold on. I'm trying to get the phone. Hold on, Dana. I gotta get to land. The mosquitoes, oh Lord, they're infecting people with biobots. Oh, the AI is going through mosquitoes. Remember the artificial mosquitoes. Hold on, Dana's got breaking news. Hold on, I'm trying to get to land. You know the float on these floats. I hope this. Listen, I'm trying not to make the phone go in the pool. Okay, hold on. Dana, I'm mad slow. Fleurbrun go rogue. Okay, Dana, I'm gonna get the little one to get my phone for me, okay? And I'm gonna call you on live. See, if I was on a mothership, I could have just stopped in your neck of the woods, Dana. We could have done this live. Hold on, she's coming back out. West Nile. Oh, what? They got West Nile now? These bastards. Listen, family, we just we got the mosquito, everything. I'm waiting for the little one to come back out, and I'm gonna make her get my phone. She'll be out in a minute. Uh, listen. These bastards are throwing everything. They throwing the kitchen sink at everybody. You ever get in a fight? Some of you haven't fought. Unfortunately, I've put my paws on people. Yes, I have, and it was all in self-defense. But if you bring it, I feel like I'm gonna bring it back to you. But I'm just saying, they're throwing everything, including the kitchen sink. They minus what the mosquito, West Nile, everything. That's what I'm saying. We got to keep our vibrations high because they're just bad children. Like those toxic. They're like toilet paper. They're like toilet bowl children. The things that you flush down the toilet and they don't go away. That's them. They're like those non-flushable. They're not non-flushable entities in the toilet. It's disgusting, and you can't get rid of them. Hold on. Yes, it's just, what else can't they do? They eat people. They have sex, and they have sex with corpses. They abuse children. They have sex with animals. What else can't they do? Oh, I got some in my trees. Yeah, I do put my paws. I only had to do that a few times, family. I don't want to make it seem like I'm bruck up like that. Don't think I'm violent. Thank you, my love. Rainbow fix. Oh, thank you. Got that 1111 in the house. Thank you, my love. I'm sorry. I'm waiting for my little one, Dana. She was just out here. She was just out here, and of course she goes in, and I'm lost in the middle of the pool. If I get in the pool, I gotta jump in, and I'm not trying to do that right now. It's warm, but I don't want to get my phone wet. Okay, family. While waiting, because Dana's gonna give us breaking news in a minute, but so we have a situation, family, where these bastards are trying to do things and it's turning around on them, and I want to give you hope. I've got a wonderful sea star, and we got the golden ticket. Okay, I'm not giving it to all the haters online because they're haters. And let me do a shot for the haters. Hold on, because they just love coming here. Hold on. This is gonna be really perverted though. This is for you haters. I can't take a sip. I'm gonna take a sip and and a chew for you. That's for you haters. You'd like to write me books in my email telling me I'm diabolical. I'm a siren. I'm a marine harlot. The last person called me a marine harlot. She said, "You're a siren. You're just online enticing men." Apparently, I don't entice them enough. I'm always talking about males. Any male that loves me, he really cares for me because I'm always going in on the patriarchy. If I'm a siren, I don't think I would go in so hard on them. She called me a siren harlot. I wrote a book about it. I said, "I'm sorry you feel that way about me. Maybe you shouldn't turn on my channel." I said, "Wait." I said, "Maybe you shouldn't watch my channel anymore." why do you watch me? Maybe you're struggling with your sexuality. Maybe you have an attraction for me. See, sometimes you ever hear about those repressed lesbians? Maybe she has a thing for me and she's fighting it. So she accuses men of wanting me, but it's really her. Why don't you come to terms with your sexuality? There's nothing wrong. Maybe you'll be a happier person if you come to terms with who you truly are. Maybe it's really women you like. And I'm not the problem, it's you. Because if I was a harlot and I don't like somebody, I'm not going to come and watch your breast and mass destruction. I wouldn't even come to your channel. You know what I'm saying? Some people just have to come to grips with who they truly are. I know what I like, and I go after what I like. You need to do that as well instead of calling people Marines harlots and sirens. I wish I could sing a note because I would sing to y'all every day. I'm just saying. Anyway, I'm sorry, Dana. This pitney, this pen pitney don't come. I'm waiting for my pitney, and she don't come outside yet. She was just outside with her mummy, and she don't come out. Now she want to go inside. As soon as Dana want to talk to me, my pitney doesn't go inside. Lord, Lord of mercy. I'm reading your comments with my spidey eyes. You hear all the creatures out in my lake. Whenever it gets quiet, all you're gonna do is hear quietness, and then that's how you know the alligator's there. As soon as the alligator comes, it's real crazy. You'll hear them singing, and as soon as the alligator comes, it gets quiet. None of them make a peep because they don't want to be eaten. So you just hear nutting. You don't hear nutting in the water. Sex and lust comes from the mind. Love is divine. That's what I'm talking about, Cesar. Listen, I just tell you guys, if you read, that's why I don't read all my emails, because if you read some of the things people write, you would think that I'm controlling their lives. I'm just on YouTube. No one has to subscribe to me. No one ever has to look at me. The people subscribe to me and they're obsessed with coming to my channel and looking to see what I say and do. It's sick. It's like some sort of sadomasochistic game. If I'm disgusting and I'm a whore and I have naked pictures, I don't have any naked. I'm waiting for my naked pictures. I've been waiting since that woman said she had naked pictures of me and she saw them, and I've yet to see my naked pictures. And I'm still really pissed off because I want to hang them on the wall because I won't have a long moment of, having a decent naked picture. I at least want to hang it up while I'm still, somewhat, you know, somewhat okay. Anyway, I'm in a good mood. I'm sorry. I'm kind of going off. Okay, so let's go back into topic. Dana, we'll just wait until the little one comes out. I don't know if she'll ever come out. She was out here. Maybe she doesn't want to, she want to hear my boring conversations. She wants to go inside with her sister. No, don't be sorry. Listen, when you come on YouTube, let me explain something. I've been on YouTube for a long time. And I'm really appreciative because I was on YouTube before people were getting paid to be on YouTube. So I had the luxury of meeting some amazing YouTubers who were actually on YouTube because they wanted to share their experiences and they weren't getting paid and there was no incentive and there were advertisements. It was beautiful. So I really know YouTubers from a beautiful, thorough position, but it's changed. And you have shapeshifters online. You have people whose only motivation is to catch you, get you to subscribe to something offline, and then, be in your pockets every day, all day. That's their goal. So, I mean, it's a different world. So even when people are online, you have people who sit online that are mentally ill and they obsess with you because they get fixated on something wrong with you or right with you, and they just do that. So it's the nature of being online and putting yourself out there. I'm a little too, I don't want to say old, but I'm seasoned. I'm not I'm youngster anymore. You know what I mean? I'm past that. I would have cared maybe when I was younger. I don't really care. So when people write me novels about myself telling me that I perm my hair. I don't perm my hair. I'm a man. What else they say about me? I'm a whore. They don't call me a whore as much anymore. They used to call me a whore, but that was debunked because there was no male that came out saying I was a whore. Usually if you're a thoughterism, usually you have witnesses. Usually there's witnesses that can confirm that you're a thought. So they were looking for witnesses and there were 0 men ever witnessing that because I was married for too long. So because I was married for 20 years, they couldn't find anyone to confirm the sluttery. So they had to leave that alone because made them look crazy. Because if you're going to call somebody a thoughterism, you at least need witnesses, and usually you need more than like 1 or 2. You got to get it in. And I got a weird sense of humor too. So people who try to get at me, they get pissed off because I don't really get upset at much. You know, I call myself a fatty. I'm a fatty who likes to eat cherries online. I'm a little busty. And I talk about UFOs and ETs and I tell you I'm a contactee. There isn't much that can bother me at this point. You know what I'm saying? I am the issue. I'm all kinds of weird. So I've accepted that since I was young. Okay, so let's get back on topic. You know, I want to talk about, because then they'll say I'm talking about myself and I'm a narcissist. I'm just talking to you. So anyway, so let's talk about the 20,000 satellites that they put up in orbit. They're sickos. Really? You got to put that many satellites to activate something because you have bootleg technology. See, this is the problem, diabolical ones, Willy Wonka. You have bootleg technology. If you really were about that technology life, you would have 0-point technology. You would use organ energy, or you would use a free energy device that didn't require for all of this metal to be placed up because you're archaic. Y'all are bootleg. Why don't you get up on it instead of being hoarding all the technology for yourself? Why don't you get with the more positive groups of extraterrestrials so you can get some real technology instead of the bootleg one that some of these futuristic grays gave you that they used, and that's why they're gray. You know why they're gray? Because they were using the technology. You know why they're gray? You know why they're gray? Because they were using the radiation. These beings are gray. Idiots. They're idiots. Let me antagonize Willy Wonka and his League. Willy Wonka and his League of Doom are losers. Losers. You know why they don't have good, healthy technology? Because they're losers. They do dark things. They're not really here for the investment of the planet. They're parasites. They're vampires. They can't have real technology because they're not worthy of it. So they got to go to the lowest of the lowest interdimensional pirates to get technology. And they can't even get it right. That's why they got to put 27,000 anything. You get extraterrestrial, they put one fixture, one like this. That's all they need is one of these. Bam! Everything's lighting up on the planet. But you're losers. You want to use radiation to infect your whole planet, including yourselves, and then hide underneath the ground like you're safe. You aren't safe because you'll never be able to come to the surface again. We won't let you. You go underground, you better stay underground, because me and my alphas, and I got some alphas. See stars? I got some alphas. Me and my alphas will hunt you down. You better stay in your you better hope you stay underground, because if you peep your gray heads, oh, is that her? If you peep your gray heads out from the potholes, we gonna take care of you. Stay your behinds underneath the ground. You want to play war games? You want to play Starship Enterprise from under the ground? Then stay your behinds underneath the ground. Don't come back to the surface again. Punks. Don't you hate those punks who always start fights but can't fight? You ever see the majority of dark Kabbalists? They can't even run a mile without panting. This is what I'm saying. The weak don't inherit the earth. It's the meek. They got it wrong. The weak don't inherit the earth. Do you ever see the Zionists? They can't even run 1.2 miles without nearly being out of breath. They look like something out of a drain. The only reason they get women is because women have been so objectified and so desperate for money that they'll even sleep with you, but you got to pay them. If you didn't have any money and you didn't have any position of power, you wouldn't get a girlfriend. You would never have a wife because you're disgusting. Nobody in their right mind wants to be with a loser. When you look at half these people, I had to tell somebody the other day, I was like, you look at half these people that are running the country, they look sick. And, you know, I'm just saying, if it has to do with genetic superiority, you wouldn't look like that. You would be healthy, robust. You would be able to thrive without doing dark things. You would want to take care of the planet. You wouldn't look like Uncle Fester. You look like Uncle Fester because you're sick. You aren't even a natural product of healthy breeding. You are like the worst of breeding. You're like the last resort breeding. You're like the force. You got to tie a woman down and breed with her kind of breeding. You're like the dude that has to put the half a canvas on your face to be on a woman. That's the kind of people you are. Call me shallow or what have you, but it's the truth. You've got these non-human looking beings dominating the earth. They're not even physically or biologically or genetically superior. They're weak. That's why they're always harvesting other people's organs. That's why they have to take little boys' foreskins to make cream for for their faces. You got to take adrenochrome because you start melting past 20 years old because you're not supposed to be here. Am I going in tonight? I'm sorry. Please put a like on a video. I'm up for the shenanigans tonight. I'm sorry, y'all. I just, I'm seeing all the war games playing out, and it's just disgusting because it's not real. They're not real. They're not real beings. They can't even have a real conversation. They can't. Everything about them is AI and artificial. Even the lies that they tell the public is an artificial construct of an agenda. I don't care how many Stanford scholarships you got. I don't care how many Harvard degrees you have. I don't care if you were part of Mensa before Mensa was even a product of anything. I could care less. You're still disgusting. You're disgusting. And I'm really grateful that you're going to hide underneath the ground with your other cronies. Stay there, though. Stay there. Hold on, family. No, they don't need to be in jail. You want me to keep them to go to jail? I want them gone. Jail provides you a roof over your head and 3 meals a day. Why would we want them to be in prison? You want a man who thinks a child is sexually attractive to be in a prison and get 3 meals a day? Do you want a man who thinks it's okay to purchase women and have sex with them? Do you think he deserves to have the privilege of being in a prison and having air condition and even having a bed? We want men who kill little children and destroying their pineal gland and consuming it. You think that being is worthy to have a prison system, a stay? No. Listen, in my world, absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's why I'm saying return of the alpha. I'm going to make a hat. We want alphas again. That's when I see people like this dude Shiva, whatever his name is, Dr. Shiva. First of all, who names himself Shiva? Who's actually Indian. It's a disrespect. It's sacrilegious. And it's a play on etymology. Thank you, C-Star, who brought that up. It wasn't me who brought that up. She said it's a play on etymology. If anybody ever looked up his name, why would you name yourself that? You know why? Because because you're telling us who you are, devil. You want to come into another community and promote yourself. So you're going to be the new, pseudo Obama and do absolutely nothing. And I hadn't any idea. Did you know that he was married to the? Did you know he's married to the nanny? You know that, right? What's her name? Griffith. What's her name? The woman who played the nanny on television. I want to know if you guys know that. Anne Griffin. What's her name again? The one who played nanny. Fran. Did you guys know he's married to her? And you want to worship this devil? Fran Dresser? Come on now. And you're telling me he's going to help us out? Yes, Shiva means destroyer. This is how crazy it is. We're quick to let some new devil in because he's got a good game. He talks a good game, right? He says, oh, yes, I identify with y'all. I know what it's like to struggle. No, you don't. You went to MIT. You created the first email. Whoop-de-doo. You're part of AI. And you're from Asia. I don't care what brown skin you have. See, I don't go with complexions. See, I listen. That's how you know. I could care what kind of complexion you are. You could look all like me you want. I know your agenda. Yes. This man is married to Fran and you're telling me he's one of us? He went to MIT. He's an AI. He's a bot. He's another one. He's just like Carlson. Everybody wants to accept all these brown people coming in talking all this good game. Carlson, Coach Carlson, and he's changed his name, right? He changed his name after the mugshot. All of a sudden, he's got all this money to create a space station. Who gave him money to create the space station up there? Where did he come from? First, he was a convict, and now he has a space station. You don't see anything wrong with that? Or is it just me? Tell me, family. I want to know. Tell me the truth. Listen, I'm going to take your constructive criticism. Tell me, is something wrong with me? Am I wrong? Baby, I'm over. You could be honest. I want you to be honest with me. Is something wrong? Am I too tough on these people? Tell me. I know I'm not, but I want to hear your opinion. You say, yeah, I am. I could be. I'm just saying, maybe it's because I'm older. I think sometimes it's because I've seen so much. I see a dude called Shiva. First of all, an Indian person would not name themselves that. And my homegirl had to discuss it. She was like, if you look at the etymology, why would he have that Dr. Shiva? That's a destroyer. And why would he want to be part of a failing system and being part of the system? And then when I found out who his wife is, I was like, oh, control, a beep, beep, control opposition. And why are you going on brown people's platform trying to promote yourself? You aren't for the same things. You're an AI and you married a celebrity who's shallow? Come on now. I'm not, okay, let me apologize. Not all celebrities are terrible people. I had to say that because I spoke to another C-star. Let me apologize for all those celebrities who were not involved in eating children's pineal glands and using foreskin to create youth in their skin. Let me apologize. If you aren't a celebrity who does those things, I'm not speaking to you. So let me apologize for all the celebrities because I got checked by someone who's, in that life. I will say this. If you aren't a celebrity who is using children, Adrenochrome to youthen yourself or utilizing or have, been complicit in child molestation or rape, I'm not speaking to you. So please don't get offended. If you hear me talk about celebrities, I'll try not to generalize and I'll try to just say the ones that I know, but I'm not talking to you. I really am not. So I apologize if you got offended because you felt I was talking to you and you didn't do it. If you didn't do it, you shouldn't be offended. Shiva is a very common Hindu name. Is it? It's like, I just think it's a little interesting. It's like anytime I see somebody with the name Jesus, I think of the parents. I don't know. It's okay that you think I'm being too hard. It's okay. But I do have a good feeling. I don't have a good feeling when I see this man. And I do have a keen sense of discernment. I look at everything. Do you know what I mean? I look at everything. Yeah, Jesus' name is not Jesus. I agree. There was no such J. There wasn't J. There wasn't a J in back then. There was no letter. There was no Joseph, Jonathan. There was no Joseph or Jake. There was no J. I know that. Yeah, I used my intuition. I saw him at first. Let me explain something, family, before you go in. Probably he doesn't care about what I feel. Let me explain. I don't care. Let me explain something. Let me explain something to you. Fleurbrun doesn't care whether he cares about what I care about, but he probably doesn't care that I don't care for him. Okay? Let me explain something. The first time I saw him, I was excited. Listen, I didn't know anything. I saw him and I heard the things he was saying. And I was like, wow. You hear that? I was like, wow, he's got this. He's saying everything that really concerns us. I was like, okay. The second time I saw him, I was like, hey, where'd he come from? That's interesting. He popped up out of the blue. In the last 6 months, he's popped out of the blue. That's interesting. And then I saw him on Young Pharaoh's platform, and that put a red alert up. Because not that Young Pharaoh isn't worthy of the interview, that has nothing to do with it. Why is he there on Young Pharaoh's platform? Why? That to me was a red alert. Because Young Pharaoh's platform touches a lot of urban youth. It really does. Majority of people who are subscribed to Young Pharaoh are part of the urban youth. They represent the young people whose voices are generally not heard. But he represents a big demographics of brown people, brown young people, that are a very big niche in the world that are usually unheard. So, but they do have power. They have power to purchase, buying power. They have power of influence. They do. And groups like that, they do have powers of influence. But I just thought to myself, I didn't like the fact that he's on there. This is no shade to Young Pharaoh, because that's Young Pharaoh does his thing. We're very different in the way we show up. He's a young man, so it's a different world, but we're not in the same genre. So it's a different. My goals are different. The things that I do are a little different. Okay, so I thought it was a red alert, and then I seen him talking again. I was like, nah, something didn't feel right. He felt like an agent, just like Carlson did. I never liked Coach Carlson, and I call him Coach Carlson. Now y'all call him whatever his name is, because she shapeshifted it a couple times. I call him a different name, but I never liked them. I don't like men that wear sunglasses at night. I won't ever trust a man or a woman who wears sunglasses to hide their eyes. Why are you hiding your eyes? Remember, rappers used to do that when they used to be on stage because they felt uncomfortable. They were a little insecure. That shows me something that isn't right. What are you hiding? Because I should be able to see your eyes, especially when you're on a video or you're on your house. Why are you hiding your eyes? So I'm just saying, I'm seeing a lot of AI provocateurs coming up. This is my opinion. Let me state this again, everyone. This is Fleurbrun's opinion. You do not have to agree with me. I do not express opinions so that you rah-rah with me. Sometimes y'all tell me when you don't agree, and I'm okay with that. Because I'm okay with you being unique and special and having your own opinions. You aren't required to follow everything I do. That's fine. But in my opinion, I'm seeing a big influence of AI coming from Asia, whether it be India, Korea, China, not so much Japan, other places, and it's being propelled into our community here in the United States of America. Why? If we're at war with the cucarachas that's from that neck of the woods, why are we being influenced openly and easily and non-resistant to those coming in and integrating into this world? It just bothers me. And I don't know what, it's the same thing with vegan. It's almost like people are sleeping. If someone says, it's like when a man says, oh, you're pretty, your panties come off. That's how it looks to me. I'm sorry. I was a little crass. That's a little Creole in me. That's how it feels. It's like someone says something a little nice and then everybody drops their pants. You know what I mean? Just because they say the things that we like hearing, because they finesse our fears. They finesse our wants. You know what I mean? And then we're quick to like just let them in. It doesn't feel right. You have to earn a position with us. You have to earn a position of trust. Trust isn't just given, it's earned. And you have to earn it by being a party to us for more than just 2.5 seconds. It can't just be like you jump in and because you say a couple nice things and you look clean and you're finessed well because you're educated and you know the terminology that triggers people's trauma bodies. And I don't even like when brown people use the N word. You best not use that around me. You know, in my world, yes, I come from New York, so you hear a lot of people using the N word. They use it as a term of endearment. But unless you say a nigga, but you say the other way around, and you're coming from another background that it's not normal for you to hear that in your world, and that's something you utilize, you already have lost the fight with me. I won't ever be your friend. Because that's a form of appropriation that you've thought was acceptable based on you studying people or someone giving you the okay that wasn't qualified to give you the okay to say those things to me. You could say nigga all day, but if you use the Nigger and you are of a persuasion that is not quantified, when I say quantified, it means you didn't grow up in the hood. Okay? That vernacular is used in the hood. It really is. It's a hood word. And it's a term of endearment in the hood a lot of times. It could be any which way. It's a multifaceted word that's been utilized. But that's the only time I accept that word being utilized. But when I have people who outside of that demographics who utilize that word and think it's been appropriate to utilize amongst people because they think it'll pull us in and make us more comfortable, I got an issue with you. You won't use that word around me. You can say nigga all day. I correct people all the time. You can say nigga. That word is a term of endearment. It's beautiful. It represents the serpent beings that I'm associated with. I love it. I'm just saying. All right, family. I've gone left. My child does not come back out, Dana. I'm sorry. I'm gonna call you as soon as I get off my floor. As soon as I get off of here, I'm gonna call you, Dana. It's not isn't it? Oh wait, the Shiva, we should be supporting Indian and very intelligent. This man not is not him. I don't know who he is. Oh, listen. It's my opinion. Like I said, please don't roll with. I have opinions that sometimes are a little left. They always come to fruition later on. Sometimes you get on me, and then you realize I was right. But I don't know. I don't know. I just know what I know, and I know I don't trust him, and I don't trust the other one. And I noticed that they're throwing all these people in United Snakes politics, like all these people that look appeasing. They have very Obama. They smell like Obamas. They smell like Obama. They're Obama-esques. You never get like a musk, like a cologne. Obama. They have the scent of Obama. They have Obama scents, like Obama-esque. Whew. You know what I mean? They smell like that. And I just know when you roll with enemies, I know we're not friends. I just know that. I know you're not. Like when I saw, Jay-Z being supportive of Hillary. Oh, you already know. When I saw that, I was like, oh, you Satanists just roll together. Y'all just roll together. I once that happened, you already know. I have a personal dislike for Hillary for what she's done to children in Haiti, allegedly. Big up to my Haitian family. Where's my Haitian family? Big up to my Haitian family. Ça passe. Yeah, I know things in Haiti. So remember, family, you got to realize I'm not I'm born in America, but my parents are not American. So I roll with a lot of Caribbean, a lot of foreign people. Not even the Caribbean, just all foreign people. So I talk amongst people, but I talk to a lot of Haitians. And I know Haitians in Haiti. And when you hear what those devils were doing, you could realize the kind of hate I have towards that. I'm very protective of children. And I know things about that nasty female. I don't even call her a female. She's a devil. Anybody who hurts babies is a devil. And there isn't anybody who should support her because it's not hidden. So people who support her publicly, knowing what she does on the back lay, I already know who you rock with. You all in that dark life. You are. So there's nothing. Even battle. Hold on, my fingers hurt. Oh, I have my thing to hold it. I forgot I have my thing to hold the phone. My mom and dad. Do you guys remember when Hillary was running? My mom and dad were big. They vote together. I love my big ups to my mommy and daddy. My daddy passed. I miss him so much. My daddy's my love of my life. I miss my father. I thought about him today. I want him. My dad would be sitting on the float with me talking to y'all. If my daddy was here, he'd be talking to y'all. He was so smart. Anyway, my mom and dad, they go and vote together. That's what they did. They did everything together. So they would go and vote together. And my mother is a teacher in New York. So, they were big supporters of the Clintons. A lot of New Yorkers, most of New York is supporters of the Clintons. And, they would go and vote for the Clintons. But, I'm their daughter. That's why I say you don't have to agree with me because my parents didn't agree with me. Not when it came to voting. And I would just, I let it loose. I told them, mommy and daddy, that's you supporting a devil. Oh, that's not true. Da da da. I said, Mom, this man, and I say it in Creole. I say it in French. I don't speak Creole. I speak French. So I say it in French, and I just say, slang words and little things. And she'd be like, that's not true. You should really support people there for education. Remember, Chelsea Clinton was doing some volunteer work in Colombia. They were really big. New York supporters supported the Clintons. I didn't. I didn't. And it wasn't because, and I'm not going to just rah rah for somebody because you do it and I love you. I could love you and not rock with who you rock with. I did it because I knew it was a lie. It was a smokescreen. She was a devil. And she was doing devilish things, and it was overt. It wasn't stuff that was conjecture. It wasn't something that was on the underlay. I had talked to people who saw all the land they were buying in Haiti. They were displacing people in Haiti because there's gold underneath a lot of the land. Haiti is a lot more resourceful than Dominican Republic. That's why it's had a host of HARP attacks with earthquakes, displacement, taking people off the land. It's very rich and resourceful. That's why the Clintons were buying all the land. But where do you think a lot of those people were being displaced? A lot of people were missing. Children were being taken. Okay? That's the Clintons. Allegedly. I'm just saying. I love my parents though. They held it though. They would respect me. My mom said, because she calls Trump the orange man. That's what she calls Trump. She said, you're still supporting the orange man. I said, Mommy, it doesn't matter if he was chocolate or orange. My mother's the most loving person. She hates when I say that. It doesn't matter if he's chocolate or orange. He's still a person. You should see my mother's face when I say that. It's so cute. She means his hair, not his complexion. But I have a way of getting underneath her skin. I love my mother. Anyway. Anyway, so family, I just wanted to come to you tonight. I'm chilling tonight. I just want to come to you. It's late night. It's Fleurbrun myself. I'm not being too salacious. I just want to come to you and kind of give you a little bit of encouragement to make sure you're staying positive. I play with you sometimes. I'm really just a playful person. I wouldn't ever be so facetious. And sometimes I have really strong opinions, and that's why I'm blocked on most social media platforms. But I don't care because I'm alone on my float. You see, I'm on my float, and there isn't any. I'm on my tetrahedron. I could care less what people if people don't like my opinion because I'm not. I have a right to have my own opinion, and because I'm balanced in the form of like being uninfluenced by others. it it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. Um, but I wanted to keep it positive with you and let you know that there shouldn't be anything that should make you feel like you've lost or you're afraid, because they're lost, family. They lost. They would only be doing the things they're doing because they've already lost the battle. People who go this far at a desperation, it means that something is coming to level the playing field. It means that karma is on the heels of these beings, and they are hiding, and they are doing as much as possible because they've lost. They've all lost. So I want you to stay positive, because I see the propaganda out here, and I also see, and I have to say, I see the controlled opposition with these clowns coming into our neck of the woods on YouTube, and I'm not for it. Be careful of these new AI provocateurs coming in, talking like they're Jesus figures or Shiva figures, whatever they call themselves. They're also part of the controlled opposition. They know you. They've seen your algorithms. They see the things you're purchasing. They see the conversations we have on social media. They've got your goat. So they're going to try at every angle to influence you or try to get you caught up. Be above the rim and disallow anybody from leading you. I'm not your leader. I'm another student. We're in the same classroom. I won't ever tell you that I'm your teacher, but I'm a student, and I'm one of your classmates, and we will walk together in this world of illusion. And we will overcome all of that's coming for us, and we'll do it hand in hand, and we'll share, and we'll grow together, and we'll share pieces of the puzzle. That's how we'll make it through this shenanigans that they're throwing out here. But best believe, family, I want to keep it positive for you, and I want you to stay above the rim, because you should know when you've won, when people are scared for their lives running. Yeah, they're throwing things at you. Yeah, because they're terrified. A true strong being doesn't have to subjugate you, stay in your house. They can have you walk around and control you like they did before. Something's changed. There is a wave coming, family, and that wave is coming to clear off the cancer. It's called chemo. All that radiation, the 5 sanct G is 5D, and it's coming to clear off the cancer, family. So they could pump it up. You should play pump, pump, pump it up. As soon as they do it, I want you to go to your happy space. As soon as you know that they're going to turn on that sucker, you go to your happy space, because it's going to do the reverse to them. It's a chemotherapy session. That St. G is going to kill the cancer. It's already doing it. So know and understand that you won't have anything occur to you that you aren't in the frequency of. If you're in a frequency of abundance and you're a frequency of gratitude, and this is a sea star is going to come out, and that's why I say I got the golden ticket for y'all. I'm going to give you the golden ticket. I'm not giving it to everybody else, because they're always disrespectful to me, but I'm going to give you the golden ticket. I got a golden ticket, and I'm going to share it with my family, and it's a game changer. It's the 3-pointer at the end of the game, right before the clock goes off. We're above the rim. This isn't the end, family. This is only the beginning. It's their end, but everything that they've utilized against us is turning against them. Every turn that they take, they're being met by their own diabolical behavior back at them. It's a ricochet. So believe me, they gonna do what they do. Let them do it, as long as you're in your house safe. You have beautiful yummies in your house. You have a partner in your house that you love, or you have a friend that you can talk to, or you just have your peace of mind, and listen, this is a vacation in your house. You don't want to go back to a 9 to 5. Why? Because that's the old system. That's a patriarchy. You want to coexist in a way that's more balanced. You want to be able to grow your food and then all sit together in maybe Sundays or Saturdays and meet and do a potluck and sit together by a fire and enjoy yourself. Oh, thank you, my love. Oh, wait. Hold on. We got breaking news. Hold on. The man called Sunday. Adrenochrome was being used as a drug. Harvested children. Willy Wonka wanted to use the drug to back the failing dollar and replace children as a financial backing of the curse. Willy Wonka is a sicko. He wanted to back it with children. That's why he's going down. Thank you. Thank you, my love. You're absolutely correct. But guess what? We're the protectors of the children. If these bastards touch another child, I guarantee they're going to be incinerated. Let me promise you something, family. The shift is coming. We knew it was coming. Remember, we talked about this years ago. The shift is here. We're going into a golden age. There isn't any possibility for them to be here. That's why they have to leave. If they touch any more children, I'm telling you, they are going to be incinerated. They can't even ascend because they did so much darkness. They signed those blood contracts and they basically sold themselves out. They aren't even able to reincarnate. If they reincarnate, they're going to be reincarnated as tortured children. That's what they're going to be reincarnated with. They don't want to die. They want to make sure that they stay alive, because when they die, if they have a soul, they get reincarnated and they experience everything that they did to those poor babies, because they're losers. They're big, disgusting, depraved, non-human losers. Let's see what happens when the mighty dollar loses its value. Let's see all these non-balanced relationships where people are just living in the house with people based on fiat. Everything's falling apart. You know how many divorces are happening now? You know how many people are getting divorced right now in their house? Because you realize that that the things that you valued weren't really valuable anymore. We're going back into balance. 0 point. It isn't extreme. You know what the extreme is? You got T virus on one side and you got Sanct on the other side. Those are extremes. You know where you need to be, family? Right in the middle. 0 point. Balance. You don't have to teeter totter when you're in the middle. Stay in the middle. Stay in 0 point. Left can't bother and right can't bother you if you're in the middle. Both are to your advantage. Remember, and this is how the sea star said it. I want to use, and I'll give her the credit. The sea star who I talked to, I give her the credit. This is how she said it. When you have a battery, the battery has a negative and a positive end, but it's one battery. It needs a catalyst to work. We require both in order to be unified. That's what the twin flame energy was about. See, they lied about the twin flame. See how they were projecting it? Oh, you're supposed to be romantic with your twin flame. It wasn't ever about that. It was about the ending of polarities, the ending of duality, the feeling two energies together and utilizing a catalyst to ascend. Let me just say this. I got to give her all the credit. She said that. One of our sea stars that I talk to all the time, she said, you have a battery. It has a negative end and a positive end, all in one battery. And it needs a catalyst in order to work. Stay in the middle. Stay in the middle. That's it. There isn't any need to fear. The only people who need to fear are people who don't have souls. If you don't have a soul, you need to fear. Anybody who does not have a soul right now, yes, they should be afraid. You know why? Because it's game over. Once the lights go out, it's out. There's no coming back. There's no reincarnation. A lot of these bio clones or whatever the heck they are, it's game over. They're done. So we shouldn't even put that in a category. We shouldn't even be in their words. It's one side is cancer, the cancer of the planet, and they actually created something to destroy cancer. They're going to turn on a chemotherapy session that's going to get rid of them and theirs. That's going to get rid of them and theirs. Let them turn on the radiation. It's going to get rid of the cancer. So be it. Chill out in the middle. Perceive each side as a benefit. Without the cancer, we wouldn't have had a chemo session. So one required the other to basically zero it out, balance it out. Let it be. Stay out of their business. This isn't our business. We need to enjoy. We need to stay in our float. You see my float? You need to stay on your float. Eating your cherries. I have my cherries here. Let me say salut. Salut to all the haters. Listen. Salut to all the haters. I'm not drinking punch because I don't drink, but I have cherries. I want you to enjoy your time at home. Make do with everything that's happening. Know that the punks are going underneath the ground, and hopefully we won't see them again. I want them to stay underneath the ground. They aren't coming to visit. We won't allow them on the surface again. You need to go hide underneath the ground, you losers. And let's take back our planet. We got energies coming in. That energy that's coming in with the comet, with the wave, it's coming. And that's what they're afraid of. And the Niburians, they're afraid of what's coming in, family. That's all. We aren't afraid. The ones who, you look at everybody who's afraid, and then look at yourself and compare yourself to them. If you see that they're adverse to you energetically, it means that they should be fearful. We all right. Stay in infinite gratitude. If you ever get afraid and you have a moment, and the Sea Star, I have the golden ticket. The Sea Star is actually going to have something for this. I have something amazing to share. I can't do it because I want to get the tools exactly how you need it, but I want you to go to infinite gratitude. So whenever you feel afraid or you feel like you're off, I want you to go to that space in your mind of infinite gratitude. What are you happy about? When I'm happiest, when I want to think of a happy space, I think of the first time I gave birth to my daughters. That made me so happy. It's so quick for me too. If I want to go to my happy space, I think about when I saw their faces for the first time. That's the first time I fell in love. I fell so in love with them. There wasn't anything that could have taken away that joy. I had just, my foot fun was, everything down there wouldn't have mattered. I saw their face and that was my love, my heart. That's where infinite gratitude. Go to the space of infinite gratitude. If you get fearful, I want you to train yourself to do this, because you're going to have to learn to go above the rim, because they're going to throw things at you and it's going to energetically impede your immune system if you let them do it. Look for that space. Go to that moment, whatever it is. Maybe it was the first time you ate a piece of chocolate. Or maybe it's the first time your mom took you camping or your dad took you fishing. Or maybe it's the first time you won your race, or you were at a baseball game and you got that home run. Or maybe it's a time when you actually your husband asked you to marry him. Or maybe it's a time that you witnessed a rainbow for the first time in person. Go to that space. And I know it sounds corny, but that is the secret, is that it's not a secret. Go to that space. You have to keep your frequency high. Only time something can impede you is if you are matching the frequency. They're trying to lower everyone's immune system by scaring the heaven out of them. They're scaring heaven out of everybody. They're doing it. Let's go to you got to train yourself daily. Take the babies. Go to the infinite space. And if you can't find it, write it down. And I want to give you, remember, I don't know if you guys remember the Black Panther. Do you remember watching the Black Panther? Remember the Black Panther, they would eat the purple flower, and he would be buried and he would go to the land of his ancestors. I don't want you to be buried, but I want you to be able to access a place that is beyond this. Watch the Dark Crystal, the new version of the Dark Crystal. Remember when they were being incepted by enemies? What did they do? They went to the etheric place. No one else could go there, only you and yours. We're going to go there. And I can meet you there if you're there. Go to the special place, the infinite gratitude. And the Sea Star is going to share more with you, and I'm going to give you more of this. But I want you to find your infinite gratitude space. And if they pump any fear in you, listen to me, family, this will save your life. If they pump any fear in you, let's say you hear the horns outside, I want you to know automatically to sit down in stillness and take your to the infinite gratitude. Remember the first time you held hands in the park. Remember the first time you put your tongue out and you felt the snow on your tongue. Remember the first time you made love to the man that you loved. Remember the first time you gave birth to your beautiful babies. Remember the first time your daughter or son talked and said, Mommy or Daddy. Remember the first time you got to go to that beach that you dreamed about, that you finally saw. Remember the first time you saw that beautiful waterfall and nothing touched it. I want you to go there, and I want you to find that beautiful space. Do that every single time you get fearful, and you will train yourself so that when anything, if they say that Saint G is turning on full on, you won't go into fear. You will go into infinite gratitude. You'll be above the rim and you will be activated, because the wave coming in, family, is for us, for the 144. The 144 are the ones who are going to be activating that energy. So it's coming, and that's why they're fearful. There isn't any need to stick into their diabolicalness, and also be mindful of who you put your attention on, because because they're also drawing your attention to controlled opposition. If you're going to be giving attention to someone who has dark intentions, remind you that what you give attention to, you also feed. Being vampires right now, people that aren't light workers, people that aren't positive. If you don't know them and they're new, vet them out. Then you can kind of make people earn your attention. Never give your attention to, oh, let me not use the word never. Be mindful to only give your attention to that which you desire to emulate, or you know represents something that represents something in you. But there is a lot of smoke and mirrors right now, family, and they're throwing everything at us. You hear clicking? It's probably my I think you hear. Are you hearing my froggies? Those are my frogs. Maybe you hear my frogs. There's no clicking though. Go to your infinite space, and also draw your infinite gratitude space. If you can't think about it, draw it. Maybe it doesn't exist. Maybe you have to draw it. Okay. Is my necklace okay? Okay. You hear the froggies? Oh, not the frogs? The clicking. I don't hear the clicking though. Maybe you're hearing something. All right, family. I hope I was helpful. I went off a little bit on a tangent. I kind of behaved myself. I behaved myself somewhat today. So, I thought I'd come to you tonight. Okay. I think I'm still here. Am I still here? Can you guys see me? Put it 13 if you still. Okay. Sorry. I heard something. It was weird. I heard something like flying overhead, and then the phone just like the it just like the phone went out. Sometimes there's a lot of activity in the sky. That's why I stay out here. I should show you my sky. Hold on. Let me see if I can show you my sky. You can't see the sky, but why I stay out here is because I can see the sky. So I can see the sky, and I see when things are flying around. There's nothing out here right now, but I like to sit out here, especially like 3 o'clock in the morning. Like the best time you get to see like light shows is like 3 o'clock in the morning. Like if you want to see stuff, come out like at the witching hour, like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Then you get to see all the good stuff, because that's the time that that's like the time where things like you start seeing like things wavering around everywhere. Oh, I'm starting to get sleepy. Whenever I get bags under my eyes, it's time to go to bed. All right, family. So I hope I was okay. I was at the apologize. If you were upset when I apologized, blame my mother for that. My mother is like the classic. She guilted me. Like she would say things like, You should always apologize when you offend anyone." My mother. So when I apologize a lot, it's something my mother kind of drove into me, conditioned me to do. So when I offend you, or I think I offend people, I tend to apologize. It's kind of like a good PR thing to do, I think. So she kind of taught me to do that. So I do it. She was a teacher too. So she doesn't like poor manners. She doesn't like me eating on screen. She thinks it's very bad manners, chewing in front of you. She's very old school. And, some of the things I do, she considers to be very, very truly. She still loves me though. Um, but I just hope I hope it was fun to kind of talk tonight. I hope if you were feeling any way, you feel a little better. I hope so. Um, you know, and remember, I have very strong opinions about certain things, and I get humbled sometimes when I go too far. But, I feel really quite, um, like I feel righteous. I do. I feel righteous sometimes. I really feel I feel righteous sometimes. Sometimes I know things even before I vet them out. Like I know things. Like even with the Billy Carlson, and with Dr. Shiva, I felt it right away. I hadn't ever, like, first impressions are everything. And from the getty up, I felt exactly that way. And then as time went on, things kind of validated that feeling. But your first impression is usually always your right impression. So I used to tell people all the time, like, I remember a time there was a conversation with a young lady, and I said, she was like, I never really liked you. I never liked you. I said, well, you should have followed your first mind. If you didn't like me, why you hang out with me for like 5 years? You should have followed your first mind. Don't hang out with somebody because you just want to be a party to something for whatever reason. But she was like, I never liked you. Then why are you around me? That's why I always say to people, why you subscribe to me and you dislike me? Then you really don't dislike me. Or you're a parasite. It's either one or the other. You subscribe to me because you're a parasite. Yeah, people, it's like if you don't like somebody, I won't be around people I don't like. I don't know what kind of world. Maybe it's a different world. If I don't like you, I don't even want to know you're existent. I don't even want to see you. Maybe that's just me. Maybe people like to be around people that I don't like. I always have problems with that. I just do. Like if I see somebody that I don't like, I'm very polite. I will always say hello. If especially as in mixed company, always say hello. But if I don't like you, I'm not gonna go out of my way and I won't subscribe to you. No, I won't subscribe. If I'm subscribed to you, it's because I like you. You know, if I'm subscribed to you, it's because I like you. I may not like everything you do, but I like you. Like there's one YouTube channel. Me and him have crushes on each other. We behave ourselves, but he's like my secret squirrel. I don't like everything he does, but I got such a crush on him. And we've had a crush on each other for like, oh my God, since I've been on YouTube, it's been like 3 years. Me and him been crushing on each other. That's my only online crush. Like he's my only online, like, um, well, he wasn't my only, but he's like my consistent one. Yeah, yeah, I had a crush on, but I subscribe to him because I have a crush. I had a crush on him, and some things he talks about are not relative, but it doesn't matter because I have a liking to him. I keep it real. Yeah, y'all know who it is. He comes in the room every once in a while. He says hi. It's always I'm Sagittarius. It's not hidden. I don't hide anything. I'm not mating with him. I mated already, but I'm just saying. He always talks when he's in here. No, it's not John X Army. No, it's not. And it's not young Pharaoh. Young Pharaoh could be my child. Y'all need to stop trying to hook me up with young Pharaoh could be my son. He's a young man. I know he's in his late 20s, but I don't get down like that. Listen. I'm just saying. Y'all been trying to hook me up with young Pharaoh for years. He is a child compared to me. That is so inappropriate. It isn't Barry Littleton. No, it isn't. Isn't Barry Littleton. Nobody's got it. I'm surprised you don't know. Ah, someone got it. Yeah, Chief got it. Chief knows who it is. Yeah. Chief, yes, you got it, Chief. Yeah, yeah. Oh, the Cabal got to young Pharaoh? Did they? He better run. Run, Forrest, run. Nature Boy. No, unfortunately, Nature Boy is my negative twin flame. I told you he's a Skeksis. I won't talk about it because I've been traumatized by finding out. He is my twin flame Skeksis, and I really am really disgusted by it. I told you I've been traumatized by finding that out. We spoke about it. Me and him spoke about it actually. I didn't tell you guys that. It's like a secret. We spoke about him being us being twin flames. Of course he agreed because he's a solicitor of yonis. He'll agree to anything. That's why I want to take him down so bad because now I know he's a opposite end. He's a Skeksis. We talked about twin flames. Y'all gonna give me another topic. We talked about twin flames. If you watch the movie Dark Crystal, you understand that the mystics weren't hanging out with the Skeksis ever. You realize that, right? They were never hanging out with the Skeksis. The Skeksis were doing diabolical thing, feeding off of the Gelflings, taking the energy out of them, parasiting off of them. Remember, that's what the Skeksis did. The mystics were out, doing their rituals in nature, helping and assisting. Is totally different. So as I'm saying, the whole twin flame thing isn't what you thought it was. It's totally, you're not supposed to mate with them. If you notice, they never mated with each other. They never hung out with each other. That's why the twin flame thing, it was all a psyop. It does exist, but it's duality. It's the polarities. That's all it is. It's the polarities. You said I'm a succubus? You are a succubus. You call me a succubus? Wow. Thank you. I appreciate the compliment. I haven't been a sucky anything since 1972. You may not agree. You don't have to agree. But I found this out. During the conjunction, the truth came out. And once the truth came out, I realized it was true. It's polarities. And if you guys watch, what is it? The new, what is it called? The new, what is it called? Charmed ones. Watch the new Charmed one. When the dark lighter and the light worker, they're twin flames. They're opposite equal ends, but they're splintered aspects of themselves. You need to watch that. It is true. I vetted it out. I use myself as a social experiment with twin flames, and it is true. Nobody wants to accept that. That's why twins run, because they're the polar opposites. You're not meant to mate with them. It's the only one who mated in a dark crystal was the one who was they were both balanced. So they were the only ones who were able to be in each other's presence because they were balanced. They accepted the dark and the light. But the Skeksis live a whole different life than the mystics, but they mirror each other. They mirror each other in the opposite equal ends. That's what Nature Knot was to me. He's the opposite equal net. That's why I'm called Brown Flower and he's called Nature Boy. Do you see the polarities? He covenants yonis. He takes yonis and he traumatizes them. He does that. He's anti-nature and I'm pro-nature. I'm for the feminine aspect being healed. He traumatizes females. Do you understand? So yes, we are the polar opposites. I've accepted that. I've already talked to him about it. It's already on the table. But I won't ever, people were concerned about me saying twin flames and me being with Nature Boy. It won't happen, ever. There's no having sex with him, nothing, zero. Zada. Is there a lot of trolls in here? Somebody sent them. It's probably Nature Knot. Nature Knot, see? This is what Nature Knot does. Nature Knot, are you in here? The one who calls himself Chief. That's probably Nature Knot. He brings all his drones in here. Nature Knot, please stop. If you're really trying to grow, to even have a conversation with me, you got to cut it out. Stop sending your people in here. He does that. He'll watch my videos. He'll obsess with them, and then he'll send his trolls in here. Rudolph is capitalizing Rudolph is capitalizing on his weirdness. I'm sure he is. He covens booty, so I heard on YouTube streets. He does. So you've heard me say this, and I think people got upset. But my sun stars are sun stars. They're not mine. Our sun stars know that we love them. But the majority of males, let me state this, I'm gonna put it out there. The majority of males on YouTube are parasites, and they're abusive to women, and they're pro quo. The majority of men on YouTube are abusive to women, the majority of them. So I don't really give credence or credit to any male. I'm not even like that. People say, oh, Fleurbrun, you sleep with males online. I haven't ever been with a YouTuber ever. Listen, ever. It hasn't ever happened because I love myself. I sound like you. I sound like Nature Nut. I love myself. Okay? Rudolph is selling ambulance for, he's been doing that. You shocked? He needs to make money for his sanctuary. I'm sure he is. Remember, when Rudolph is not channeling Rudolph of Germany, he's Carl. Remember, his real name is Carl. He's only Rudolph when the alien's inside him. He's Carl every day of the week. Carl needs money. Rudolph is an alien, a white tall alien, but Carl needs money to live. Carl is an alcoholic. Oh, oh, are they coming for me? You would tell me if they're behind me, right? Oh wait, you call Fleur names? We don't do that here. Somebody call me names? What else? They don't worry about them calling me names. Listen, anything they throw at me, it's already been said. I've been called everything. They call me everything. And everything they call me, they don't have any proof on. Remember the young lady said she came and paid $5 to say I perm my hair. I was like, wow, you must live in my neighborhood. If you think I perm my hair, you must have the intel on me. I'm too busy at home. I don't even comb my hair. I should take it as a compliment that she even thinks I perm my hair, because that means she thinks I do my hair. I haven't combed my hair since I gave birth. I really don't. I don't, I do my hair when I do the conference. I do, but I don't comb my hair. I don't do anything. It is a compliment when someone actually thinks I actually take time with my hair, because I'll notice a lot of the artificial women online, all they do is obsess with makeup and hair. I have a banana clip in my hair since 1999. Listen to me. I had a banana clip in my hair since 1999. I don't really care. I could put foundation on my face. Someone says, why does she come on with bags? I could put foundation and makeup on my face like 90% of the women that are on YouTube. I don't do it. Why? Do you want me to waste my time? I don't comb my hair. I wear a banana clip. I'm chunky. I eat cherries. I got bags underneath my eyes. If you don't like me, unsubscribe. It's not going to bother me because I'm not here for subscriptions. The people that are here, they're at the same frequency. We're trying to make it to the nirvana. We're going to celebrate. They want to come to the post-pole shift party. Everybody here wants to be at the pole shift party. Oh, listen. You hear them? Listen. Those are the rats. You want to hear the rats? New York, let me give a big up to my New York. New York, you think you got rats? I got rats in my trees. The rats go in our trees. There's a rat. You heard him? He was in my tree. They're loud too. They bruck up in the trees. I got rats. They're beautiful though. The rats that we have that go in the tree, they eat the fruit, and they're really pretty. They're like this beautiful white. They have this pretty white grayish look. They look almost like possums. But they're in the trees. You heard him? He was talking to me, talking smack because I'm eating cherries. He probably wants my cherries. They don't attack you. The rats are watching me. It's the year of the rat, and I'm a rat. So really, I'm a rat. Yeah, we're trying to make it the post. Let me explain. Okay, let me talk before I go off. Let me talk to all the haters and the non-appreciators and the parasites that come to my channel. All the haters. Let me talk to them, family. Haters, I'm not going to change. I'm gonna always be this way. Gratefully, I'm okay with being thick and chunky. Sometimes I get smaller. I'm gonna be chunky until the pole shift. I'll probably drop a couple pounds after pole shift. It is what it is. I do talk about people because I don't like them, and I won't kiss anybody's behind to appease to be on anyone's channel. I do that, haters. And listen, I don't comb my hair. I don't care about you. I think you should try to be a better person, and maybe if you come here and be more respectful, so you're not a hater, you're a participator, I think we'd accept you if you're proper. But we're trying to make it to the post-pole shift. I'm throwing the biggest party post-pole shift. So I really think if you're not a participator, why don't you just leave the channel alone? Unsubscribe to me. I'm just going to offend you every single time you come here. My breasts may pop out. I may offend you. And post-pole shift, I won't be wearing a bra. So it's worse. So I'll be called a succubus, incubus, slut, hoe. I'll be called everything. I'm not for you. Why are you here? I'm everything wrong with society. I believe in UFOs. I tell you I'm a contactee. I'm a loosey-goosey. I'm a loony-goony. Why do you even want to come here and bother us? We are having our own private conversation about the losers called Willy Wonka and his League of Doom. I make up weird statements. Why are you here? We aren't for you. We're trying to raise our frequency and get the heck out of Dodge. I don't know why you even bother. If you think I'm crazy, why even subscribe to me? Why even talk about me? And yes, I like when you make the shape-shifting videos because it gives validity that I am partially lizard. Yes. Clip that. I'm an admitted reptilian on YouTube. Most of the reptilians lie to you. I won't lie to you. Someone said, oh, Fleurbrun, we found out she's a shape-shifting reptilian. I never said I wasn't. I never said I wasn't. I'm keeping it real. And guess what? The majority of people who are on this page, they're reptiles too. So what are you going to do? We're not caged. Let me stop. I'll get the ball started. They'll make videos clipping it. She said she's a reptile. Yes, I did. And all the people on here are mixed with reptilian too. What are you going to do? They're mixed with all kinds of bird beings. The blue avians, you know what I'm saying? Pelagians. We're all non-humanoids. What are you mad at? This isn't our, for majority of people, we've been hybrid. I don't know what they think. I'm trying to make it so when our space family comes, they're comfortable. But all these scary dairies are trying to put all these satellites trying to beam our family away. They aren't being very welcoming. Oh, listen. You hear that? Listen. You hear that? You hear that? Those are my reptilian family. Those are my amphibian reptilian families in a lake behind me. I'm getting ready when I get off here. I'm going to jump in the lake with the rest of the reptiles. I'm going to go swimming with my reptile family. I'm confused. People are bothered by your breasts. You have no control over that. Yeah, but you know what it is? It's not the breast. I don't really care to cover myself. I never expose my nipples. Let's keep it real because there's not many of us on here. I don't expose my nipples. I never do. I'm busty. So they think it's going to bust out. My breasts are really not. If a girl with smaller chests wore exactly what I wore, nobody would bother with her. They wouldn't say anything. They have breast issues. They're prejudiced on people who are busty. I think they're prejudiced of busts. Breast prejudice. I don't know if there's a such thing as that. They're prejudiced. You know what I'm saying? Or they don't realize I live in Florida, for God's sake. All my sea stars got breasts. Everyone in here, all my sea stars, they all have beautiful breasts. If you look at them and they're outside in Florida, they are wearing either bras, bathing suits. Everybody wears them. Everybody wears them. Everyone on here has breasts. I don't know what the problem is. You didn't wear clothes. You don't wear clothes. I agree with you. I think bras are abusive and they were created by males. I think males ruined our ability to keep our breasts out. They have made it so that anytime we try to free our tetas, they try to accost us. This is the problem. It isn't our problem that they can't control themselves. It's their problem. Self-control is necessary. Everywhere, every indigenous woman, every Africana woman, every Asiatic woman always wore their breasts out. What is the problem? The Celtic women had their boobies all popped out of their dresses. What happened? Now they want to encage our breasts, and then anytime we want to free them, They call us harlots. They call me a siren. They call me what do they call me? An incubus. What do they call me? A succubus. Because I want to be a natural woman. And you know why nature not? Let me talk about nature not. You know why nature not had his girls not wear brasiers, right? You know why he had them bare breasted? Because he used to think that in my videos I didn't have any tops on. So he mimicked me, and he created a whole society of women without their bras on, because he watched my video and he used to think I was bare breasted all the time, and I wasn't on the videos. I wouldn't do that. But I think that's okay. There isn't anything, I don't think there's any woman on here who likes to wear a bra, unless she's going out somewhere and it's like a sexy little thing, maybe for a couple, maybe like an hour or two, just to look nice or look pretty in something. But most women don't like brasiers. I don't understand. Most women don't like brasiers, and it isn't natural. Meditation clears defilements from the mind. You hate when men look at you so? Yes, it's not that. It's like healthy men don't obsess with breasts like that. You know, it isn't healthy. Braless 24/7. That's what I'm talking about, C stars. See, my C stars. This is why the haters are mad at us, family. They're mad at all of us because we're braless and they think we're heathens. But they're not going to be here for the pole shift because they want to be in a bra society where they have to wear brasiers all the time. This is not the world they want to go to, because post pole shift we won't be wearing any bras. So for all the haters, if you're pent up in your religious dogma, or you hate yourself, or you mad at women for being bare-breasted like they naturally should be, you won't be here. You'll be on another planet, another prison planet, with those who want to encage their breasts. We're going to be on a planet and just be free. Yeah, just leave them alone. You like camis. I like camis too. Camis are really comfortable. Yeah, I can't really rock with the bralettes. You guys rock with the bralettes? I can't wear the bralettes because I'm too busty. But I like the bralettes. My girlfriend and my cousin wears like these really nice bralettes. She's from Martinique. And they're so comfortable, you know? So she doesn't really have to wear a bra, but it's so, you know, it holds it up a little bit, but it feels really comfortable. You don't even wear panties? See? I love the sea stars. These are my natural sisters. All my natural sisters don't wear any of that nonsense. I love it. That's why they hate this channel, because I encourage you to be natural. I think it's beautiful. Be yourself. I talk to you guys on IG all the time. You're so lovely and beautiful, and y'all just come on naturally. I talked to a young lady from Detroit. She's so beautiful. I love my sea stars. They're just mad because we're happy. They're mad because we're happy. They want to be miserable. They want to be mad at somebody. Don't hate. Participate. We're a team of incorporation. We're not mad at anyone. This channel, we've got, you know how many tongues everybody on here speaks that we're friends with? We got family in Saudi Arabia, South Africa, Gambia, Dominican Republic, Brazil, Argentina, Venezuela, Cuba, Israel, Italy, France, Martinique, Jamaica, Turks and Caicos, Hawaii, Australia. Look at my sea stars. Isn't they all beautiful? I think y'all are haters because we work with the international. We are 0 point. We're the rainbow children that Prince was talking about. We're the rainbow collective. We're bringing ourselves back to the rainbow coalition. That's why they're mad, because they want to stay fighting and they want to stay angry. We're in unity consciousness. I don't care what tongue you speak. I don't care what complexion you are. I could care less what religion you came from. If you rock with a healthy frequency and you're here for the betterment of the planet, I'm rocking with you. I could care less, because you're going to be reincarnated in something else anyway. You may be reincarnated in a blue being. Am I going to be prejudiced because you're blue? That's why the ETs don't mess with these ignorant people, because they're zombies. They're literally mindless zombies. They hate everybody. They hate when you wear a shoe the wrong color. They're just angry. If they would be free, if they just freed themselves from the lies. It's not that serious. with the rainbow people. We rock with all kinds of extraterrestrials, celestials, interterrestrials. You can't be prejudiced when you're in the celestial realms. There isn't any there isn't any prejudice. You what are you going to be mad at somebody because they have scales on their skin, but they're wonderful? What are you going to be upset with a blue bird being that emits this frequency of love? What are you going to be mad at these tall beings with long arms that help technology be free of free energy? Come on now. They need to watch Star Trek. Some of them need to go watch. Hey, Narda. Narda's up with us. They need to watch. Narda's in Florida too. They need to go watch Star Trek. Why don't y'all haters go watch Star Trek and the new generation and the original Star Trek? You need to go watch Star Wars and Star Trek and look at how awesome all those beings work together. Did you see them fighting over someone's complexion and hair texture? That's crazy. Oh, did you see them hate someone because they were short and they had a long nose? That's mental illness. Star Trek will heal all of you. I think if I become president, I'm gonna take all of you biased beings and I'm gonna make you sit in a room and watch Star Trek and also the original Star Wars all day every day until your mind is right. I'm gonna walk in there with my Aurora outfit. I'm gonna walk there. I'm gonna walk in there as an Enterprise with my Enterprise outfit on. With my beam, I'm gonna beam you up. They're just mad, angry beings. You're the reason why the cucarachas exist. You are what the cucarachas looking for you. If you mad right now, the cucarachas got your name all over it. And the cucarachas is like this. Oh yes, they coming for you, cucarachas. Oh, this is so funny. That's what I'm saying, family. We need to stay out of that business. Let's stay in that happy vibration. Screw with Willy Wonka is a punk. Him and his League of Duo punks. They're all punks. Everybody who ran to the underground bunkers, they're all punks. They're not about that life. We stand on the surface chilling. And I'm outside what? I'm outside looking at the sky what? You know what I'm saying? What's the point of the curfew? Keeping us in the house. For what? So you could do your diabolical. I'm looking at you, Willy Wonka. I'm looking up in the skies. What you doing? It's crazy. It's madness. Willy Wonka. I feel like making a rap song about Willy Wonka. If I had more time, I wish I had a DJ. See, this is weird nature. Not. I need some crew. I need like if we were in the sanctuary, we'd make a rap song about Willy Wonka and his League of Doom, just for the heck of it. Oh, there's no more sun stars. Big up to all the sun stars who tolerate us in here. Listen to all this. Let me give a big up to the sun stars. I'm so appreciative of you sun stars. You are so non-criticizing of us for being braless, pantyless, and talking reckless about the patriarchy. You really rock with us. That's how I know. Listen, any man who's down with this platform, I gotta say, he's got really great integrity because we go in. He knows it's all love. He knows it's not about him. They do. You know our sun stars, because when I start going in, you know how many times I talk to our sun stars? They're so beautiful. They know it's not about them. They do, because they're really sweet and they're kind. And they understand that they want us to be, the happier we are. See, Future's in here. There you go. Hey, Future. See, Future's down with us. They understand that it's all love. And they know that the healthier we are as women, the much more love and less work they have to do. They know this. They know that the healthier we are is the healthier they are, because we won't be so stressed out and so abusive or so insecure, because when we're at our best and when we're balanced, we are the best support system to everything around us. So sun stars get that. I big up to all you sun stars who rock with us, our braless, pantyless, reckless patriarchy. Shirts. Oh, my phone is done. I love you. Look, I got a light. Listen, my sweetie. You want to know how sweet my my mate is? He's not here because remember his mother had a stroke, so he's with his mom and he can't come back because they blocked him. So look what he got me. He sent me the light because he says my videos look ghetto. I love my mate. Mwah. I love you. He bought me this beautiful light. Isn't that sweet? Because he says he wants to light up my face because I'm always dark in my videos at night. That's really sweet. See, I love, that's what I'm saying. You sun stars are beautiful. He sees my weaknesses and he helps me out. Instead of criticizing it, he remedies it. That's what I'm talking about. I love you, sun stars. You see him. You'll see him at the well, you would have seen him in Arizona. He was coming with me to Arizona. He was in New York. He just didn't come to the conference thing, but he was in New York. He was in New York exactly at the same time. You'll see him. I don't hide my boo boo. I don't put him on camera either, but you see him in person. Whenever I do meet and greets, I bring my children. I bring my mate. I don't mind that. When you see me in person, you see me with whomever I am with. Scottsdale. Oh, you're in Scottsdale? We were supposed to go. We were supposed to be in Arizona in March. I was going to be in Arizona for the meet and greet in March. So it would have been really nice. I was excited. Um, I wanted to, because I was going to attend, I didn't tell you guys, I was going to attend a conference there. There was a conference with Kasol, what's his name? Kasol something. And I was going to a conference there. And it was a super soldier conference, like kind of like that. But I was going to attend the conference at the same time as doing my meet and greet, but obviously it's not going to happen. You're right. There's no separation. I appreciate that. So yeah. So I hope everybody's positive. I hope I kind of made you smile or giggle or just, have some emotional happy. If you were really having a hard time, I hope I made you smile. I really do. I hope I lightened up anything that's going on. You know? And I want you to remember that space, okay, everyone? Remember that space that you have. We talked about infinite the place of infinite gratitude. And then I told you when a sea star gives me the information, the golden ticket, I'll give it to you. But go to the place of infinite gratitude, okay? So when you're feeling scary or you're feeling like you guys made me feel better. I was feeling fine. I was happy, but you made me smile. You all made me smile more. So I thank you. You think you don't give me happiness or you don't do anything. You do. You guys make me smile. You make me think. You make me better. You make me think of the things I do and say. You really make me a better person. So don't ever think that you come here and I don't grow from you as well. You help me grow. So I'm thankful for you because, I'm here, outside, alone in my float. And it's nice to have a connection. And I can feel it energetically. You know what I mean? It's beautiful. It's really nice. And we need it sometimes. So, it's a lot of unknowns, but the one thing we can control is the things that we do and how we react to things. So it isn't any necessary thing to fear anything, regardless. It's all about just keeping your frequency above the rim. So, they feed off of our negativity. They feed off of our sadness. Why feed them? Why you gotta feed the monster? Don't feed the monster. Didn't you hear the story in Africa that Mutwa, the rest in power Mutwa? Remember he said whenever they said they would see a reptilian come by, what did they tell the people to do? Do you guys remember? Let's see if you guys know the stories. What did he tell them to do? Does anyone remember? Credo Mutwa. What did he tell them to do whenever they saw a reptilian? What was he told to do? No one remembers. He told them to make love. He said if you saw a reptilian ever in person, he told them to make love. He said it was kind of beautiful. It's beautiful in itself. Some people would think it's perverted, but it isn't. He would tell them to make love and the reptilian wouldn't mess with them. So be in love. Be in that love frequency. There isn't anything. The strongest thing on our planet, that you see, even mothers, when we emit that love, we protect our babies. We heal ourselves. That love frequency. Be that love. You know what I mean? Go to that beautiful space and don't make it corny. Make it real. You know, go to that beautiful space that you remember. I told you the one thing that always makes me so humble is when I look at you guys know how I am as a mother. I'm so in love with my children. I'm in love with them. It's because if many of you remember, when I before I had them, I wanted babies so much. I did so much, and it took me a while. I was married for 6 years before I got pregnant. That's why you guys don't realize this. I was married for 6 years before I got pregnant, and when I got pregnant with my daughter, my first daughter, I used to talk to her all the time and everything, and then I gave birth to her. And my heart hadn't ever in my life ever experienced that kind of love. Ever. I even feel it to that's my space. And then when my other one was born and she was born early, I looked at her gaze. Oh my God. I felt like if heaven never existed, it did when I gave birth. That's why I always talk, I always talk about having babies and because it was the best, it was the most amazing experience, gratefully. I'm in love with my children. And when I look at them now, I see them. So that's my infinite space of gratitude is when I remember them and I look at them. So do the same. Find that space. It doesn't have to be children. It could be anything. Like your doggy, the first time you saw your puppies, or the first time you went for that walk, or the first time you saw snow. Just anything that brings that infinite space to you, that beautiful joy. It's so beautiful. You've got 7 children. I would have been down with you. I wanted 5. I would have been down with you. If I would have started earlier, I would have had 5. I love babies. I was meant to be a mother. I'm a mother to a lot of people's children. I'm a mother to many children. Any child that comes in my way is my child. Any child that comes in front of me is my baby. I treat all people's children like my children. Every single time. I have a love. My mother was like that. I do. So just think about those things, okay? So I'm gonna try to get off this floor. I gotta call Dana. Dana's probably asleep. Dana, you waited for me so long. My daughter never came back. She was done. She probably fell asleep. My children, they can't hang with mommy. Mommy's a late night. They're trying to hang with mommy. She's probably sleeping. She probably went and snuggled in my bed. I love it. I'm gonna go kiss her. Yeah, so stay up, stay beautiful, stay above the rip, and remember, anytime you think about Willy Wonka and what he's doing, don't get mad. He's a loser. You should feel sorry for them. They're underground. They won't have vitamin D for like 20 years. They're going to turn into grays. Feel sorry for them. Put that in there in the neck because they're going to be grays. All those grays that came back and gave him bootleg technology, it's because they're the same people. They're the grays. They end up using G and it ends up messing with them and building us up. So just remember that. All right. And anytime you guys talk to amongst each other, always keep in contact with the people in your neighborhood that are in our frequency and, keep, kind of keep you guys in touch. So you always have that camaraderie. Okay. So, all right, family, I'm gone. I got to figure out how I'm going to get off this with my phone. I'm gonna get off my phone. This is a waterproof phone. I guess I'm going to test it. I got to get off my raft on my phone. I'm gonna test the water. They ever tell you that your phone is waterproof? I'm gonna do the test tonight because I don't have anybody to help me. Normally, when I get off the raft, I'm gonna throw the phone in the I'm gonna throw the phone in the pool. Tomorrow, when you don't see the phone working, just know I have a new phone that I don't use. This is my old phone. Don't get it wet. Well, we're gonna test the theory tonight. I'm a triple Sag, and I gotta test it. All right. So I'm gonna let you know. You'll know tomorrow if the phone if the phone was waterproof. Anyway, family, I'm out. I love you. Have an amazing, amazing morning. It's morning, and rest, and we shall reconvene. Okay. Peace. If I can ever turn this off. Peace.